Hi guys, Ape here of the PocketBot Collective. And let's have a look at the other beast-forming Autobots. Not the Dinobots, but the Monsterbots. Now, straight off the bat, these guys are not considered Legend class figures. They were marketed as Deluxe class figures by Hasbro and Takara. But if you have any Dinobots in your collection, there is a good chance you either have the DX9 Dinobots, or they're slightly upscaled knockoff versions by McFan's Toys. And hopefully now you can see why the Monsterbots fit right into a Legend class collection. Because they're a little bit taller than the DX9 Dinobots, but they're a little bit smaller than the MFT Dinobots. And those two are definitely considered Legend class figures. So in my book, these guys can as well. Alright, let's have a look at Doublecross, who is sometimes also referred to as Twinferno, but I think that was because Hasbro lost the right to use the Doublecross name at some point. To me, this is Doublecross. And I have the Takara version, LG-51, who comes packaged with a Headmaster and a Targetmaster, funnily enough. He also has, of course, the transformation instructions. I do have the box somewhere, but unfortunately I couldn't find it for the review. So we'll do this one without the box. There is also a Hasbro version with slightly different coloration, different weapons, and same Headmaster but less paint on him, which is this one. But like I said, I have the Takara version. Comes with this really nice instruction booklet. Got the tech specs on the back. Transformation instructions inside, but also has this part of the comic. You can see a Battle Beast there, which I'll get into in a minute. Because what Takara has done is colored the Headmasters for these guys to resemble Battle Beasts. Now, first off, the little Targetmaster, very nicely done. This is actually Haywire, who's supposed to be Targetmaster, but that's fine. Arms are on small ball joints, can go all the way. Hips are on a hinge, but also knees on a ball joint, so you get the full range. You can turn them around and everything. And if you unlock this, he even has a waist swivel, which also turns his head. Unlike the Hasbro Targetmasters, you cannot detach this for him to hold it. He also doesn't have any holes or pegs to hold the gun, but you don't need to. I think the articulation is better than the Hasbro one, so that is pretty cool. Of course, he does transform into a weapon. You turn this around, lock this in place, turn these legs around at the knee, sit them in here, and then unlike the Hasbro ones that tab in, this one doesn't, the Takara ones don't tab in, they just sit like that. So yeah, each has their pros and cons, but there you go. That is a cannon that can also be used on dragon mode for Doublecross, sorry. As far as Doublecross goes, let's have a quick look at his Headmaster. It's a very nicely sculpted head. Of course, just opens up. There we go. To reveal the Battle Beast White Leo. I'm supposed to resemble him. They were in the cartoon actually. And of course, Battle Beasts are a separate toy line as well. That ties in with the Transformers. So there you go. I think they did a great job. He even has his little eye patch. Yellow on the head. Arms can swivel up and down. Not much else except for the legs that can move. But there you go. Now, oh, excuse me. White Leo ran off there. Just snaps in place on top here. And there you go. And this is Doublecross. Doublecross is a really fun figure. Doesn't have any hands. Can hold the weapon though by just plugging it into that little slot there. I don't tend to use the weapon with him because, of course, the Monsterbots are not Targetmasters. I mean, technically, they're also not Headmasters. They used to have the G1 versions had the Cold Spark gimmick. They don't have that, so it's cool that they have Headmasters now, and it's cool that Takara colored them as Battle Beasts. That way, when you put these guys in Beast mode, you can use the head separately as separate characters. Looks pretty cool. Swings there. There. Has a rotational joint there. 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 So even though his arms are a little bit weird and you need to get used to them, they are very well articulated. This can move out the way. Can do the full splits. Can do that. Has a rotation there. Has a hinge there that goes that far. Feet, unfortunately, do not have ankle tails, so to say, but they can rotate fully. So there you go. Wings can be positioned back or forward. And there you can see his monster hands hanging out. And all these guys are remolds of each other. So there's slight differences. The main thing you will notice that is the same are the legs. So there you go. I guess I'll do some comparisons now before we go into Beast mode. Here he is with McFan's Toys Sludge and DX9's Swoop. And here he is with Core Class Prime and our boy Iron Factory's Runabout. Now let's get him transformed into his beast mode, shall we? And there we go. Crotusk in his twin-headed dragon mode. And he looks pretty cool. I like the head sculpts with the horns, the blue eyes, red in the mouth, even got a tongue detail, white teeth. Takara really did a good job. Has the molded details on the arms as well on the feet. He's a cybernetic organism or something. Wings, of course. Has this little wheel here, well, saw blade here, that doesn't do anything, but it's reminiscent of his G1 toy. There you go. Pretty cool. Headmaster can still integrate because he has his compartment on his belly, which you can see, hopefully. You can just sit in there and tap into that little bit there, which I'll do now. You just put him into the sitting position, and then you can push him in there and close it up. And there you go. It's a thing you can do, but like I said, because they colored these headmasters as the individual battle beasts, it is more fun to actually display them separately. Now, I really like this guy. I don't know how you feel about them, but I always loved that these guys are Autobots. They're beasts, but they're Autobots. You would expect them to be Decepticons, but they are Autobots. And I love that. So yeah, definite recommend from me here. Sorry, just have to show you how this gun integrates, because they have a 5mm port there. And I think, how did it work again? I never use it in that. Oh, sorry, this can all stay in place. You just bend the gun forward and then stick this to his chest. And there you go. Something you can do. I don't do that. I use the Targetmaster with different robots than this guy. But it's something you can do. And just for completion, you can also have the little battle beast, Titan Master, whatever you want to call him, ride on him. There you go. I think the Hasbro version comes with 2 guns that you can either peg on the back or on the wings. And the Titan Master, not being a Battle Beast color, is called Daburu. But there you go. Alright, that is it for Doublecross or Twinferno if you must. And he is a definite recommend from me, whether you grab the Hasbro version or the Takara version. Although I would suggest going for the Takara version because he comes with the Battle Beast Headmaster. Alright, thank you guys for watching. And I will see you next time. Ape out!